TIFU by owning a huge box of expired condoms. For context, my mum moved houses, and during the move she and my sister found a huge box of expired condoms in my old room. I haven't lived at my mum's since I was 18, and at the time I didn't have a girlfriend, so they were quite shocked. I had to tell them the story how I acquired my collection of unused protection. When I was 14 years old, me and a friend went on a first holiday trip without any parents. It was on an island on the coast of my home country. Believe me, it is not as cool as it sounds. Anyway, this freedom gave me the courage to go and try out a condom. You know, because I wanted to be prepared for when the day would come. So I said to my friend that I would go to the store and do some groceries. On the island there are only 2 supermarkets, and either one is on the other side of the island. Once I got to the store I was very nervous. I thought it must have looked very strange. A 14-year-old kid buying condoms, so I did the age-old trick of buying a pack of gum to seem less suspicious. Once I located the condoms I saw something I didn't suspect. It was a box with 12 smaller packets sealed inside. The cleric should have unsealed the packets, and I should have known this wasn't normal. But what did I do? I took the whole box. I waited a bit so the conveyor belt was empty, and so that no one could see what I was buying. There, a cute cashier that was a few years older than I was greeted me with a smile, which soon turned in confusion and disgust once she saw the huge box of condoms. I just wanted to get out of there as fast as I could. She scanned the gum. €1. 15, alright. Then she scanned the box. €4.30. However, there was some confusion. She didn't trust it fully and tried scanning it again. Then the cashier requested backup. This sadly took a moment, and by the time backup came to help her, a huge line accumulated behind me. The thing I didn't want to happen. The backup, a girl in her early 20s, gave me the same awkward greeting as the younger cashier. In the end, she figured out how to scan the huge box and gave me this horrific sentence. That has been €52.75. I should have just said that this was a mistake, that I just wanted one packet, that I was not going to need them until I was much older. But what did I do? My 14-year-old stupid ass took my wallet and paid. Red as a tomato, I took the plastic debit card and pushed in my PIN code. While tears were welling up, I rushed out the store, but then remembered that I said to my friend that I would go grocery shopping. Fuck. I had 2 choices. Either go back and face the girl again, or cycle all the way to the other side of the island and do my shopping there. Of course I chose the latter. In the end, I had to tell the whole story to my mum and sister. I hope you got some of the same enjoyment out of this story like them. TL. Dear, my mum and sister found out that I paid way too much for unused condoms when I was a kid. Here's a pity vote. The second-hand embarrassment hurts my soul. Mate, you missed a trick? I used to buy sweets and things from the corner shop, then sell them at school for twice the price. You could have been the local condom dealer, single-handedly keeping your local area sex safe and protected, saving other kids the embarrassment of going to a store. TL. Dear, my mum and sister found out that I paid way too much for unused condoms when I was a kid. Beats paying for used condoms. I still have condoms in the house from when I was 18. I'm 30 now, and I still don't believe my mother came across that hiding place. Oh man, this is the stuff to keep you up at night. Brain would be like, do you remember that time everyone knew you needed 200 condoms? Quote. I bought a 12-pack I think just before heading to college for my freshman year. Came home the next summer with that unopened 12-pack packed in my stuff. Honestly, this went better than I thought. I was expecting a story where the condom failed you and you became a dad. Never realized how much people take Target's self-checkout for granted. The R in you name is pretty important. What kind of condoms cost €50? When you say 12 packets, do you literally mean 12 individual condoms? I wonder why the girl looked at you in disgust like, safe sex is good? We once went on a holiday trip with some friend. One thought he would get laid that holiday and took a box of condoms with him. He told us very proud he had them and showed the unopened box. Next thing we noticed the condoms had expired. He took with him a box he had bought long ago. Useless to say that even at the end of the holiday he still had no need for condoms. Okay, that's 52.75, right? Please tell me that's not supposed to be a comma. Used condoms can be cheaper. So something similar happened to me. When I was a kid, some friends and I bought a large box of condoms and we split them up individually. When I got home, I put them behind the books in my bookshelf as a hiding spot. Fast forward 7 years later and my parents are moving from their home, so they are packing up everything. My girlfriend and I were visiting at some point and my mom kept beating around the bush that she had to pick up something for me and that she found some things of mine. My girlfriend was really confused and wanted to know what was going on. So in front of both of them I just said, "Are you talking about the condoms, Mom? The ones I had behind the bookshelf? I bought them when I was 13 and forgot about it, but thank you for taking care of it. I completely forgot about them." It was funny to see that she was trying to embarrass me. But when I was so direct about it, she got beet red. I'm assuming because my girlfriend was in the room. She was really uncomfortable at that point, stumbled around her words, panicked, and left the room. I had forgotten about this incident, but your story brought it all back. Thanks for the memories, haha. Haha, this is great. 14 or oh, you buying the entire case of rubbers. The one thing you didn't want. A line of people started to form as you got more and more nervous. I could feel the awkwardness reading the story. Put me back at that age doing things like that. Buying condoms for the first time. Haha, thanks for the good laugh today. A 12 condom pack is a huge box. Not sure how long ago this was, but it makes me really sad that society still looks down on teenagers trying to be responsible. Those cashiers should have shown some empathy instead of giving you the stink eye. I think it would have been pretty obvious to just about anyone that you were mortified and just wanted to get out of there. So they should have made sure you really wanted to buy 12 packs of condoms. Especially when they told you a lower price first. When are we finally going to remove stigma from sex and sex ed? The cleric. I remember buying dupes, as we called them, at the drugstore in a local mall. Pretty much the only place to get them in our small town. The drugstore was family-run. The cashiers were the daughters of the family and were slightly older than my 16 years. Also, smoking hot. For some reason I always felt intimidated going through one of their tills. So the only time I could buy them was Friday afternoons when it was so busy the mother was also on cash. Time had not been kind to her, plus she had a big mole on her upper lip with hair growing out of it. This made her far less intimidating. The downside was that it was busier, so you would often run into people you knew. Once our pastor was in line behind me, and although I hid my purchases while we had small talk, waiting in line, when Molly rang my purchases through, he saw and did not approve. To his credit though, at church next Sunday he only gave me a stink eye, but didn't say anything to my parents. Man, the shit we went through to get laid.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Haircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.